Today I'm going to talk about the movie of the year, The Substance.
Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself? Younger, more beautiful, more perfect.
I mean, to me, this is the movie of the year, even though I didn't watch that many movies. But I feel like I can find some people that agree with me because there's a lot of people keep talking about, a lot of people obsess about this, and a lot of trends that going on, especially on TikTok. Do I have to talk about the story about the movie? Like, do I have to tell you, so this happens, this happens? No. If you click this video, you already seen it, you already watch it, and you are wondering about what can I know about this movie, and here I am. I'm going to talk about a little bit foreshadowing, references, and how I felt, what I think, how I imagine, how it can be, some scenes like that. In the beginning of the movie, we saw that Elizabeth Sparkle gets her own star on the Walk of Fame, which is, in the really first footage, I was wondering that does the Elizabeth Sparkle is like kinda related with Robin Sparkle. It was really great to see a really, short a recap that all the years in like 10 seconds, that how her fame start here to down like that slowly, and the crackets on the star, everything. And even though that's some little noises that, oh, I love her, fans getting picture with the stars, and then hearing that, yeah, I heard that, what happened to her, stuff like that. It was really great. And then a guy gets a hot dog sausage there, and everything gets so red, and it's also, foreshadowing the end. It was really great. You know what, I'm going to hold this like a mic, like, is this? Okay. This is not sponsored, by the way, like anything. Not sponsored. Also, yes, I'm wearing green to referencing The Substance. Demi Moore is a really great choice for this movie because she's absolutely looking amazing, and she's 62. I can't even imagine myself in that age. But Hollywood always wants more, so even though a woman like Demi Moore has to be more better and sexier and prettier, unfortunately. In the hallway, that orange one, we saw that Elizabeth walks down and see every like poster of the season, all the other shows that she has been in it, like every milestone that she has a really successful life. I feel like this orange hallway is her like timeline that we can see, and her career path. But this is the walk that she's always walking, and watching all the milestones she already created. But well, when you create it more, you want more and more. This is also something like about the, not just Hollywood, I'm just talking about general or career. Like whenever you do something, people accept you to do more. And that's fucking exhausting. When she couldn't go to the women's bathroom, she has to go to the men's bathroom, which means I feel like this is kind of reference, and like when she's in the men's bathroom, it's like a men's world, and in this men's world she hears her producer talking really bad about her. She's so old, she's not good, she's not sexy enough, stuff like that. And he is so disgusted. Like, we are so close to him, we can see all the fucking disgust. Like, he's talking about like Elizabeth Sparkle, which is, she's literally looking so well, and he is literally an old man and not looking very well, and he's peeing. He didn't even wash his hands, like all the fucking dirty, like everything is like, the men's world, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, she hears all those bad things there. Okay, yeah, producer name is Harvey, and which is, I feel like this is a referencing for the Harvey Weinstein. So that's what's remind me of him. So when we were watching that Harvey eating like a so disgusting way, like everything like on his mouth, like everywhere is so disgusting, we can hear the voice, we get so disgusted, and the camera is so close, and while like Elizabeth is really intense, she's just watching like what the fuck is happening there, like she's so nervous, and we can feel all the stuff. On the Harvey's drinks, there's a bug, there's a fly in it, and the fly is like almost dead. but kind of still alive. I feel like this is referencing to the end. And remember when our Elisa Sue monster, I don't know what they call, but the final version of the Elizabeth and Sue, aka they say monster. I'm going to say monster, unfortunately. The monster's head gets blow up, and the body still lives. It's like a fly, like sometimes fly bugs do like that. That was kind of foreshadowing to me. And the car scene accent, I feel like that scene is really great. When Elizabeth see her billboard getting off, there was her face really just cut down and it was falling down. I feel like this is also foreshadowing to the end. Also, the monster gets the picture of the Elizabeth herself and they put her face in the end. I feel like that's the same thing. And she really lost her focus on the way just because she was watching herself falling down. I feel like this is also great, great way to tell the story. And unfortunately, she gets the car accident. She was 50. She was at her birthday. She was alone at the bar, sitting there. No one was around her. She was feeling really depressed. She doesn't have anyone, like any friends, any like lover, any like family member, anyone. She was watching there a really pretty young woman with a man, and they were, giggling, smiling, flirting, and she was there just sitting alone, doing nothing. And the shot was amazing to me because it was a back shot from her, which is we can see her back really clearly. If she doesn't want a depressed life like this, her get out way is from her back, which she's going to do it with the substance. Okay, I want to talk about the birth of the Sue. Okay, I'm not going to lie, when the beginning of the movie, I know that what is this about? She's going to make a better version of herself, but how? I was kind of, the beginning, I was like, oh my god, is she going to give a birth? But then I remember how does men do that? And then basically this option was gone. And okay, from back makes sense, why not? But I'm going to talk about a TV series, maybe that you already seen, Fringe. In this TV show, there's one episode that a man has a really, how can I say, extraordinary sperms, and the woman gets pregnant by him. And she gets pregnant in this minutes, 15 minutes later, she gave a birth, 15 minutes later. She literally gets pregnant 15 minutes ago, and she gave a birth 15 minutes later. And then the baby born, and then baby became a really old person in 2 minutes or something like that, and the baby dies as an old person. Everything happens between 20 minutes or something like that, because this man has extremely different sperms, okay? And I was thinking about that, what if when you get substance, you get a baby from your back, and that baby gets bigger and bigger until it stops on the earlier 20s or something like that. Maybe that's what happened. Okay, maybe that's what happened and we didn't see on the camera, but that's how I imagine in my mind. And I think watching it will be so disgusting. Watching that body growing up, it will be much way worse than this. But this was too good to watch. I feel like watching Sue is really, kind of feeling good at the beginning, because she was oh my god, this is me, this is my body, I'm young again, I feel so better, so much better, I'm getting the attention that I needed from years. It was fun, but then it was so bad, she didn't even put any a pillow, any to bed. She didn't even respect her body. None of these two bitches. Elizabeth didn't respect Sue's body, and Sue didn't even respect Elizabeth's body. I know they are the one, but they're having character sibling, something like that, None of them respect the bodies. Sue hated Elizabeth's body because it was, to her, it was ugly, it was old, it was not better enough. To Elizabeth, Sue's body was too much perfect. Why I'm not like that? She was jealousing her, and she was just like, no, I don't want to see. She's good. She doesn't need me. Stuff like that. And it was just like, oh my god, like Sue decides to hide the body because she doesn't even want to see. I mean, that's okay though. But you couldn't just put there just a little bit bat. Just one bat. Nothing more, nothing less. Just one fucking bat, okay? Like, is this... I mean, of course, these two, like, Elizabeth or Sue didn't even respect their bodies, because this is basically about, like, self-love, self-respect. They don't love themselves. Yes, this is the right word. She doesn't even love herself. Like, how I expect to respect a body. Yeah, I know. But shower scene that everywhere is locked by all this. We were seeing Elizabeth gets tinier and tinier, and this was a really great shot to see that how she locked down all this substance thing. She wants to go out, but she can't, because she knows that she has to stay in that body. First she lost her finger, and then she lost her leg, lost her like hair color, all body gets really, really old. She really stuck in that bathroom, because that bathroom is like kinda, her birthplace, like where the Sue born, and she really just stuck there. It's really sad though, watching Elizabeth, she's being depressed all the time and hating Sue like all the time. Meanwhile, Sue is enjoying her time. She's walking around with underwear because she really wants to see herself. She really loves her body, and it feels like really great. And we'll talk about the hiding body, that's all the things that Sue was doing, making a lot of noises. And the neighbor comes to the door. He was like, what is this old woman doing, all these voices, what is going on? And then boom, a pretty girl, early 20s, looking at you, and you're like, oh, so you're my neighbor. Pretty privilege wins again. When we saw that Elizabeth getting on the date, it was so realistic. Listen, so realistic. I swear to God, there's every girl in this universe has felt that at least just once. Getting your hair, doing your makeup, and then boom, you just don't feel yourself, and you're like, okay, let me get it better, let me fix it, let me like put some more makeup, more lipstick, something like that. I want to make you feel better. Like every girl. And even though like I remember like in my teenage years, I do that a lot. Like I cancel my plans in the last minute just because I don't like what I see on the mirror, or sometimes I don't even have to look at the mirror. I just don't even know. I don't feel confident in myself. I don't like getting dressed down and put a makeup on my face. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see anyone. I felt that a lot of, for like, thank God I don't even give a fuck at this point. And it was really great. And just for that, listen, just for that, Demi Moore needs an Oscar. I feel like she's going to get an Oscar for all this journey, for sure. 100% sure. She will. She will. At least Golden Globe, something like that. She will. She's looking at Sue's body, her neck, everything's amazing. She decides to, hide herself, her skin, and she decides to stay at home. And also, she was going to hang out with a guy that she doesn't even like. She's just going to that date just because that guy said that you're the most beautiful person on this planet. She just needed attention. She doesn't care about who is he. Also, I have seen a lot of comments about that. Why we didn't saw the substance? We should have the scenes, who is behind the substance. I feel like no. The voice was so enough and so powerful. Like every time Elizabeth or Sue calls a substance, like she doesn't respect the balance, and the substance worker or substance owner, whatever the fuck, they were so, don't forget you are the one. That voice tone, they were just one hit line. Everything was so clear and so, the tension was so good and so enough. Like we don't need it to see what substance, what's behind this. Like no, that's not the point. We just focusing on to what's happening on this woman. Elizabeth staying at the home all over again. Like everything that she does, that we can't even see that her sit on the couch. Like this reminds me of this meme. It was amazing. When Sue goes to the night show and Elizabeth like watching her, like she was so jealous. Like it was so clear that we can see like how the character split is realistic in this scenario. In the ending, so when the Sue takes the control, she was like, okay, enough. This Elizabeth bitch is taking my control, taking everything, and I need to take her fucking down. She takes a lot of liquid or water from Elizabeth's body. She thinks that she was clever, but the timing is a fucking bitch. Right before the big night, the Sue needed that Elizabeth's body water. I don't know what to say about this. Sorry. Her show has to be the best night of her life, but unfortunately, everything is not very well. When Elizabeth gets the control, she was so old, and I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. Some people say that it was like much worse than the ending monster. No, of course not. And of course we saw how Elizabeth was going to end everything, but she couldn't, because like she said, you're my everything, I can lose you. And the both of the versions, Sue and Elizabeth's, when they both wake up, I feel like that was so like unrealistic that happened. But watching it so good, like these two characters, how? It was kind of mom and daughter situation going on there. Like I didn't even see like there's there's the like you are the one scenario. No, bitch, these two are definitely not the same person, but still they are the same person. I was getting it, but I was not getting it. Sue hated Elizabeth that like too much. Like she was hitting her face to fucking mirror. Like oh my god. And in the end, of course, Sue wins. But this bitch doesn't know that she was. When she lost her teeth, I was like, oh my god, like. And then her hair, and this is also referencing Van Gogh. No, it's not. And her nail, everything's falling down. And our Harvey, our producer, pretty girls always smile. Like it was so good, and that like smile. I am seeing that smile on a lot of TikTok edits. Of course, our brave and doesn't even care about rules girl Sue take the substance again, even though they say use only once. When she gets a lot of eyes there, I was like, bitch, something is happening. Something's happening. I feel like I literally wanted to see something pretty. Like impossible, like people not going to believe that this is you. No, you can be like Sue can be that much beautiful like that. But no, we see a monster. And oh my god, that's monster, that like makeup, or I don't know like who designed that. It was so good. Like there's exactly the face of Demi Moore's face on the back, and there was like hands, like there is some teeth there. It was amazing. When the Sue go to the audition, oh, seems like everything is in the right place. It was so good. Or Ellie Monster making the makeup. She was making her hair. It was, oh my god. Like I don't like, if you're a girl, you know. If you know, you know. Sometimes you feel so, I don't know, like, as you do something, okay, I'm going to be pretty. I don't know how can I tell you about this feeling, but this is how I felt that. It was too relaxed. She was putting the ears just like that. And then again, that billboard, and from the beginning of the movie with that Elizabeth face, and now we are seeing that face. Alice Monster is putting that face of Elizabeth on her face. I was like, oh my god. Now, everything's like completed. She finally accepts herself. Like, okay, I was pretty. I was enough. But what it costs. unfortunately everything. And then that dreamy hallway scene, I kind of felt like, oh my god, is this real? I want to say Elizabeth at this point, and this is how Elizabeth always wanted to see, like, appreciated, loved, you know, gets all the spotlight, but it's all fake. About that bloody ending, it was so good. From the beginning I was like, oh my god, I can't even imagine, like, even though like some kids there, it will be fucking traumatizing, even though like for me watching it, every bloody things, it was too much. Our monster gets a boobs on the floor, it was just like, you wanted a boob, there you go, shut the fuck up. It was, I don't know, it was like a great pointing there. And like I said, that Harvey's eating scene, there was a fly on his drink, and we saw that it was kind of half dead because some flies and bugs like gets their head gone and they still kind of alive, they trying to stay alive. And when our Alicia monster, her head gets blow up but she still stay alive. And the final scene, you finally see our Elizabeth face on the star. She's right there on her star, and she see all the spotlight for the last time, and she dies. And again, street sweeper gets clean all the way and nothing even happened. This movie was great. I'm 100% sure it's going to get an Oscar in some point. I'm not sure about the best actor, best picture. It will get something for sure. That's what it is, and I hope you like this video and I hope you enjoy it. In the meantime, take care of yourself.